Meet the Robinsons is the title of the film I'll be discussing. The film begins in an orphanage home with a 12-year-old boy named Lois, whose mind is extremely gifted in scientific matters. He used to come up with new inventions. His roommate is tired of him because he refuses to let him sleep. In Lewis's case, many people come to adopt him, but they are unable to decide whether or not to take him with them after meeting him. Lewis has been harmed as a result of it. I'm worried. He says to his caregiver, "What is it about me that no one wants to adopt me? I'll be 13 years old next year. Nobody will consider me a child because I am aggressive with my mother. She left me here. Who could abandon their child in such a way?" He comes to his room and starts making some sketches. He frequently tells his friend he believes he saw his mother when he was a child because he has a hazy image of her in his mind. He thinks to make a device from which he will bring his memory back. Then he will be able to see his mother's face properly. His motivation is now to find his mother, to ask her why he left him here. Lewis attends a good school. There was a science fair, so Lewis took his machine there. Meanwhile, a young man named Robinson emerges. He was 13 years old. He tells Lewis, "A tall man wearing a black hat is behind you because he has made a time machine, and he can't judge how did you build this machine at such a young age. You have to be careful of him." While the Robinsons were leaving, a boy's box collapsed. There were many frogs in it. It is shown the tall man takes off his hat, and it is a robotic hat. Its spider legs appear. After making some changes to Lewis' machine, it secretly moves inside and damages it. It was the turn of the judges and teachers to see Lewis's machine. Lewis starts his machine, but it doesn't work as they expected. It was done by the hat. It escapes, but Robinsons notices it and discovers the tall man is jealous. A volcano of another boy was also showing error. It gets erupted. The water was spraying there. Everything gets damaged. Lewis leaves the place in anger. When Lewis departs, the tall man steals his machine and departs as well. On another side, Lewis was tearing his notebook being depressed. Meanwhile, Robinsons comes and says, you can't lose courage like this. You have made a great invention. That is why the tall man wants to get it. He also has stolen the time machine. He can't do anything. We will defeat him soon. Robinsons tells him he is a future police officer. He has come here for Lewis's help, but Lewis doesn't believe him. He says, "Prove it that you come from the future." Robinsons pushes him. He also had his time machine visible with it. Now they both were in the time machine. Robinson takes Lewis in 2030. Lewis is ecstatic about going there. He was convinced that it was the future. Robinson has come from the future. He starts operating the time machine because he wants to meet his mother, but it falls down. It was damaged. Robinsons confronts him in rage. "Now you have to repair it." Lewis says, "I'll try, but after that, we'll have to meet me at my mother's house." On it, Robinsons agrees. On the other hand, it is shown that the tall man has arrived somewhere with the machine, but he couldn't give its demo because he didn't know anything about it. They get the tall man out from there. The tall man decides to look for Lewis so that he can learn how to use the machine. On another side, Robinsons and Lewis are shown. They go to a place. Lewis comes to a garden from a tunnel. There, he meets an old man. He asks him, "Did you see my teeth, son?" Lewis says, "As grandfather, I've come here mistakenly. I have to return to where I came from or Lewis will chastise me." Grandfather says, "Come, son, let me take you." They come out from somewhere else. It was a toilet. Robinsons was also searching for him, and they meet him. On the way, Robinsons takes Lewis with him in anger. The tall man goes to Lewis' roommate. He asks him about Lewis. Meanwhile, his hat tells him he is in the future. While using the stolen time machine, the tall man arrives in the future. He discovers from a screen that where Lewis is, Louis was with Robinson's family, and they were having dinner. The robots serve everything. A robot shows error, and Robinson tells his family that Louis is a good technician. He can repair everything. At first, Louis refuses, but then he agrees. He repairs the robot, but its error wasn't removed. It starts behaving strangely. Robinson's family didn't get furious, but they say, "You can do good. You will do it." Hearing it, Louis feels good. He says to Robinson's mother, "You all are so nice. I wish I could have a family. It would be like you." Robinson tells his mother he is an orphan. She feels bad. The tall man's hat is shown there. It was cutting the lantern upside Louis. Meanwhile, a massive dinosaur appears and is about to devour Louis. He flees. Robinson's was saving him. While following the order of the tall man, the dinosaur chases Robinson's. While hitting some shots, the hat takes off. The dinosaur dies there because it has come from the past. Here, Robinson was saved. His family comes and hugs him. They adore him, and Louis, seeing this, says mother. Robinson's mother also loves him. She says to him, "From now on, you are also my son. I am adopting you." Louis becomes happy hearing it. When she discovers Robinson is not from their present time, according to their world, he is from the past. She gets shocked and thinks, maybe he is not human like us. He is different from us. Robinson's mother says to him, "Son, it is better for you to go to your world. You can't live with us." "But why?" asks Louis. "Robinson has promised to make me meet with my mother. That's why I come with him into the future." Robinson asserts, "I just said that. How can I make you meet with your mother?" Louis becomes depressed and flees, weeping as he approaches a plant. Then the tall man arrives. He says to Louis, "I can make you meet with your mother." Because Louis was heartbroken, he agrees to go with him. Robinson also arrives and tries to stop him. Prior to this, Louis travels in the time machine. With the tall man, he brings him to a dark place. He makes Louis repair the machine, then ties him with ropes. "Where have you brought me?" Louis inquires. "See, this is our room," the tall man says as he turns on the lights. Louis says, "What do you mean by awe?" In fact, this was their orphanage room. The tall man says, "I have also come from the future. I am your roommate. You didn't put me to sleep with your inventions. That's why I missed a catch in a match. No one adopted me, because my record was not good." When all of the children were adopted, the orphanage house was closed. "Now I am at this stage. This is all your fault. This is the reason I am behind you, Louis. I have caught you. Now I am relaxed. Do you remember this hat?" The tall man asks, "This was created by you. You have to close it while thinking that it is dangerous. Then I found the hat, and we decided we will take revenge on you. Now you are under my control, and I don't need anything." Then there was Robinson's entry. He arrives with a huge robot. He escapes Louis from there. The tall man commands the robot to destroy. They were planning how to take the time machine back. Then a wave comes, and it was a sharp light. It pulls Robinson with it. Louis rushes over to him and discovers the tall man has made a plethora of hats. The hats are spread in the whole city. They are controlling the humans. Louis can't wait any longer, so he repairs the time machine and rushes to meet the tall man. He tells him this hat can't be anyone's companion. "Wasn't I aware of this? I didn't close them if they were going to be useful. Keep in mind that you are making a mistake. If its task is completed, it will also have control over you." Hearing it, the hat approaches him and takes many blades from it. It was about to end Louis, but Louis ends and destroys it. He goes to Robinson, accompanied by the tall man. Seeing that the tall man is here, Robinson attacks him. Even the tall man has referred to Robinson as being present. Louis stops him. But by then the tall man has gone. He has left a book there. The tall man was seeing all this from a distance. He was weeping as well because he was filled with regret. We all agree that no family has adopted him. It is obvious he has grown elder. He will be sad. He shouldn't have taken revenge on anyone like this. Robinson's family becomes happy after seeing their son is back. They show Louis their inventions. Robinson says to Louis, "Now it is the time to fulfill my promise. Come with us as we look for your parents." Robinson drops him into the past. Louis sees his mother has covered herself. He's in her lap, which means newborn Louis is in her lap. He is about to place him outside the orphanage. Louis was about to approach her when he realized he lacked the necessary courage. When he returns, he tells Robinsons, "I have my family." Saying this, he hugs Robinsons. He decides to go back to the orphanage. He will make everything fine. Robinsons drops him at his orphanage. The next day, it was the match day which his roommate was talking about. His catch was missed. Louis goes there immediately and awakes his roommate so he will not miss the catch. He won the match today. They all appreciate him. Soon he will be adopted. He will not change into a bad person in the future. It is also shown with it. Louis, too, was adopted by a loving family. They provide him with a large room. Louis was happy seeing it and was also pleased he had made everything right in the future and in the past. This movie comes to an end with it. I hope you found the explanation useful. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch.